It is 2023, and if you're confused about what skills you need to learn that will help you thrive in the job market and make you indispensable, look no further. In this video, I'll be talking about 7 most in-demand skills that you can learn today and will set you up for the next 5 to 10 years and will serve you amazingly well in your career. Make sure that you watch till the end. These are going to be skills that you might not even have heard about, right? So make sure that you watch completely. I'm also giving away a free report that will give you insights to get ahead of 99% of people out there. Starting out with number 1, and that is Notion Consultant. Yes, the note-taking app that you've all been loving and using every single day. Now, a lot of companies, small, medium to even large companies, are using Notion for their day-to-day tasks. The problem, however, is that they are unable to use it effectively. Also, there are tons of people on the internet who are selling Notion templates to people and making a lot of money doing so. There is a 20-year-old on Twitter called Islo who has sold $100,000 worth of templates on his Gumroad profile, and it is all about Notion, right? So what he did was he created different bundles and different packages, different templates using Notion, and people are just loving it. Tons of people are downloading it to use it to organize their life and to get more things done faster. So Notion Consultant is a great way for you to get started. You can either sell templates like Islo, you can give consulting to a lot of companies about how can they use Notion to organize their workflows and their operations in a better and a more fluid manner. Thirdly, you can also start going for corporate events and corporate speaking sessions. So what happens here is that you'll be having a ton of corporate people sitting with you, mostly people in their 30s and 40s, and you would be consulting them, helping them figure out how to organize their life with the help of Notion. So tons of opportunities in this space. You can even start creating content about Notion or any other note-taking app on YouTube. You can create a course on it, you can start selling it, and because a lot of people had heard about this name called Notion, a ton of people would be interested to check out your course to start organizing their life. So this is a skill that is definitely worth mastering in 2023 if you want to stay relevant for the next 5 to 10 years. Moving on, let's talk about the second skill, and that is copywriting. If you've seen any ad or if you have looked at any video on YouTube, they all have a very effective hook in the starting, or every single website or tagline of a brand is effective. They are trying their best to hook your attention so that you will scroll further and you will end up purchasing, or you would end up doing what they want you to do. This is the power of effective copywriting, and this is a skill that will always stay in demand. Be it YouTube video hooks, tweets, or any other form of content, copywriting is a very important skill that you should always try to master. Now, how can you get better at copywriting? Number 1, start consuming more content and case studies of the most effective landing pages, the most effective ads in the last 100 years, and you will learn a lot about what it takes to write a great copy. Secondly, you need to practice as much as possible every single day. And thirdly, you need to get out there, work with companies, and you will not believe how much companies are able to pay if you can write a great copy for them. Now, if you're serious about getting ahead in your career, you cannot ignore the huge changes happening right now in the business world. Marketing yourself or your product is essential. And guess what? AI is the driving force behind this whole transformation. But let's be honest, it can be so difficult to keep up with all the changes in the AI space. And that's where the AI Trends report comes in. HubSpot and their team of experts have conducted extensive research by gathering insights from over 1350 global marketing and sales professionals. And they've distilled the wealth of information into a comprehensive report. A report that delves deep into the latest AI trends for marketers. It provides invaluable insights from the tech leaders on what these trends mean for your growth. The report is divided into various sections, but the one where they discussed AI marketing predictions really intrigued me. It is fascinating how the potential of AI for marketing is immense. So if you also want to dive deep into the world of AI trends and uncover marketing strategies, click the link in the description and download the HubSpot AI Trends report for absolutely free. Moving on to the third skill, and this is going to be branding and sales. Now, let's be honest, it is all about storytelling in today's day and age. Let me ask you this question. LVMH or Louis Vuitton sells this bag for $1,700. What do you think is the cost of making this bag from the company? How much do you think they invest in making the bag? Any guesses? Let me know in the comment section by pausing this video. It is actually $200. They spent just 16,000 rupees in creating this bag, but they are now selling it for upwards of 1,20,000 rupees. Why is there such a gap? Why are they selling it for so expensive? And people are happily buying it every single day. Well, it is all about the storytelling and the branding that Louis Vuitton has in front of everyone out there as an aspirational brand that they would want to buy to feel better about themselves. Now, this is a very important thing. If you can create a brand out of a company or out of a product, people would be more than happy to buy it, and it would sell like cupcakes, even if it is a lot more expensive than the cost of actually creating it. Let me ask you one more question. The iPhone. What do you think is the cost of manufacturing an iPhone? Well, the iPhone 13 or 14 that you might be using every single day, there was a report telling that it takes less than 20,000 rupees to actually create the iPhone. And they sell it for upwards of 1 lakh rupees, even 1.5 lakh rupees in India. How? Because of the magnetic brand that Apple has. And this is a very important skill to learn. If you listen to any speech by Steve Jobs, you will understand what he is doing. He is trying to create an amazing story around their brand, which people would want to relate with and get a piece of. And this is very important to understand. Being a great storyteller is going to be the most important skill that you can have in the next 10 to 20 years. Secondly, sales. If you think about any company, who makes the most money, right? If you think about it, number one, the people who have founded the company, people who have the shares in the company, they make the most money. Secondly, it is the CXOs, people who are at the top level, the C-level executives make a lot of money. Thirdly, people who are actually driving the growth, driving the revenue numbers, driving the profits, the sales people, they end up driving most of the revenue, and in turn they get paid a lot in commissions. So the power of storytelling and sales is very important. Being a great negotiator, understanding what the people need and how to position your product in a way that gets them to purchase your product is very important. This skill is never going to go out of business because people love interacting with people, and if you know exactly how to persuade someone to buy into what you are selling, then that is all that you need to mint millions and millions of dollars. The fourth highest paying skill, and this has to be thumbnail designing. Now, as I've said, if you think about any business, if you can create more revenue for them, you can drive more results for them, you will end up getting paid a lot of money in return. Now, if you're talking about thumbnail designing for any YouTube creator out there, by the way, creator economy is a $100 billion industry right now. In the creator life, if you can create a more effective thumbnail for them, that can mean the difference of a video getting 10,000 views and a video getting 1,000,000 views. And this leverage that they will get from just your thumbnail that you've created will end up paying you a lot of money, right? So if you understand psychology and know how to create effective thumbnails that can create more views for the YouTuber, you will end up getting paid a lot of money in return. Let me ask you this question. How much do you think the thumbnail designer of Mr. Beast gets paid? Pause this video right now. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think that number is going to be? That number is actually $10,000. $10,000 for a single thumbnail. it is about $5,000 to $10,000. Now, that number is crazy high. All you need is to learn how to create effective thumbnails and work with YouTube creators who can pay you a lot because of the results that you're driving for them. So as a thumbnail designer, your focus should be to sell monthly retainers to clients and YouTubers in the US. And that's how you can make upwards of $2,000 to $5,000 every single month just by creating thumbnails for the YouTubers and driving results for them. Talking about the fifth highest paid skill, and this has to be prompt engineering. The problem is, while you might be great at using ChatGPT, the majority of people working in big corporate companies still don't know how to effectively use this tool. And that is where your opportunity lies. As a prompt engineering consultant, you will be working and consulting top companies on how can they use AI in their workflows to get things done much faster. For this, you need a deeper understanding of how prompt engineering works with ChatGPT. You can even take corporate events and make a lot of money doing so. So it's all about having your knowledge, knowing all the prompts, creating a library of prompts, and then giving it away for the corporate people and making a lot of money doing so. Talking about the next skill, and this is going to be data science. Every company that you see around you is sitting on GBs and TBs of data. They have a ton of data about their customers. What they do not know is how can they take this raw, unstructured data and make sense of it all. And that is where data analyst or data scientist role comes into the picture. As a data scientist, your role is going to be to take all of this big chunk of data, create structured data from it, and then create conclusions from this data that would help create solutions for the business to maximize their revenue. I've met a ton of data scientists and they're always researching. They end up doing a ton of A/B testing on their websites to see what will actually create more retention of the users, what will lead them to actually pay for what they are selling. And this is a very lucrative field for you to get into. The top tech companies are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to people who can actually give solutions for how to maximize revenue by having a look at all of this data that they have of their users. I'll be linking some amazing free courses that you can check in the description and learn about data science. You can learn about copywriting. You can also learn about all of these skills that I've talked about in this video. But now let's talk about the last highest in-demand skill out there, and this one has to be email marketing. Now, email marketing is a very lucrative field, especially today, because of the huge shift that is happening today from social media to newsletters and email marketing. A ton of people end up opening emails. If you have a great email copy and if you know the right funnels to create for the audience. So people who can create a community on email will be rewarded a lot by companies. So your focus should be on how can I create an email marketing strategy for my business that ends up getting more retention on the site and drives revenue for the company. At the end, that is what matters the most. And in this age, a warm audience which has a high open rate is very, very lucrative. Essentially, you need to create a funnel. You need to be great at copy for the email, and you need to be great at creating shareability of your emails, right? Newsletters is a huge market today. There is a newsletter called as Morning Brew, which sold for over $70 million and became one of the biggest acquisitions in the newsletter industry. So this is a great field that you can start exploring and get paid a lot if you drive results for the company. That's all from me today. Check out the AI Trends report from HubSpot with the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. You can share this video with your friend. You can tag me on social at Ishan Sharma 7390, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you're still watching, write in the comment section I watched till the very end. कोई question है आपको अगर तो let me know about that as well below. I'll see you in the next one.